Hello fellow internet dweller, this is Lego Jackman, and this video we're going to be taking a look at the Lego Power Miners Crystal Crawler. Now this is an official combination between set number 8959, the Claw Digger, and set number 8961, the Crystal Sweeper. If you want to get this set, the two individual sets will cost you around $80 used. Originally, it would have been $90. Or, of course, it does have a lot of pieces that are not used from both of those sets. So you could just go on Bricklink and part out each piece, buy them individually, and then build this. But that will actually probably be more expensive. I built this by combining my Crystal Sweeper and Claw Digger. It is by far the best combination out of the three combinations in the first Power Miners wave, and let's take a look at why that is. There's only two spots for minifigures in the vehicle, so you have an extra one. Here's Brains just kind of outside, and then there's the three rock monsters. If you didn't buy any of the other ones, these will be the rock monsters that you have. And unfortunately, the bike doesn't fit in this set, but that's not a big deal. Let's take a look at this Crystal Crawler. Now, first off, let's take a look at its bulk in its size. It's a really big, bulky vehicle, and it looks just super cool. The Crystal Sweeper is kind of bulky. This one is also got that length, and it's got the width. It's a very menacing looking machine. That's what it looks like. Kind of if it's coming right at you. Very scary looking machine here. Now let's take a look at the back here first. It uses the 4 big plastic tires from the Claw Digger. And those are kind of just weird backup ones. There's also treads on the side from the Crystal Sweeper. There's a side view of it. So does it drive well? Kind of. This tread seems to be a bit flimsy because of its old age. But yeah, I would say it drives well. Probably drives better on carpeted surfaces. And then we have this big storage area. Now this is kind of like a dump truck. It's basically a Power Miners dump truck, because this storage thing can open up like this and go all the way back. And you also get a ladder if you want to climb up into the container here. And there's not really any need for it to be this long, but it's pretty cool motion there. And you aren't really able to dump it out. I guess you could dump it out like this. Go like that. Dump it. Dump the crystals. So you get a lot of crystals. I guess some of these crystals... Yeah, it should be that all of the... Or maybe one of these two I put in there as extras. This should be all the crystals from those two sets combined. I just put in some random extra crystals because it looks nice. And then more crystals in there. And yeah, so that is one of the main functions of the set. And to go with that, you also have this. So this is a massive, kind of like the front of the Claw Digger, but it's better. It's got these two big claws here that don't really do anything, actually. Now that I think about it, they can't close in on this piece here, so they don't really do anything. They just look there. They're just there to look menacing, and I think they look really awesome. Basically, what you're supposed to do is have it go like this. Oh, here we go. So it is able to claw at things, but you have to move this thing up here. But it is able to claw, so that's pretty neat. So you can like grab, if you had the giant rock monster. I don't have one, but for example, here is a very dusty troll. You could like grab him, stuff like that. Yeah, we get some lights here in the front. And let's finish this thing first. So basically, you get a crystal, and then you dump it in there. This is a very fragile set, looks like. A very fragile build. But yeah, you get a lot of articulation with this arm. A lot of pieces fall off. That is, I guess, something to note. With all the movement comes some falling pieces. But yeah, you dump crystals in here, and then these can be dumped. So it's basically just a giant dump truck is what this vehicle is. You also get a chain here in the front, which is supposed to be able to kind of go around this thing and like attach here so that the crystals stay in, kind of. But I don't think it really works that well unless you set it up very specifically. Now, also in the front, we get 2 cockpits, and I really love the use of this cockpit piece sideways. So you can open those up. They both have lights on them. And then you have the cockpits there. They don't have any control sticks or anything like that. They just kind of sit there. And they're kind of floating above the air, which is also really cool looking. And I just really love the way that it goes over their head. It looks really cool. You also get some lights on the side. A massive engine here with the sticker, for some reason, is at the top. But that's fine. You also get these 2 giant engines. One of them has the pipe things coming out of them. One of them doesn't. But I don't know why. And then on the back here, that's the back look to it. On the sides, get some storage for dynamite. There is an extra dynamite. I don't know which set it's from, but there is an extra. And unfortunately, there's no space to put all the tools that come in the sets. Like, there's a bunch of, like, this gun thing and a shovel. And those aren't able to fit on here. Not all of them, though, because there is some space. It's just really kind of hidden in there. Same with this side. And this side only has 1 clip when the others have 2. No big deal. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this thing. It's a really cool building. It's a really cool build. There's a lot of extra pieces, so again, you could save some money by just buying each piece individually, or you could buy both the sets and then sell the rest of the pieces, either individually on Bricklink or just as a lot of just random pieces. I think that I'm not going to buy a duplicate of these sets to make another one of these, just because I prefer just to have the original 6, and also if I want to get this one, then I feel like I have to get the other 2 combination builds, which, if you've seen my reviews, I'm not a big fan of. Especially the first one is very odd, and I don't think that I want to get those. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep this as it is. I'm going to split them back up into this 2 sets, but maybe you're different. Maybe you want just this, you don't want any of the others. Maybe you want all 6 of the Power Miner sets, or the original Power Miner sets, plus the 3 combinations, and if that's the case, then go for it. I think it's totally worth the $80 or so, or maybe $100, depending on how you get the pieces, to have this set. Just for me, it is worth it, but I'd rather buy a different set or sets. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. the Crystal Crawler, and I hope you enjoy.